Hello, people of the internet, my name is Johnny and welcome back to yet another FNaF 2 movie news video. In today's video, we got brand new posters and images of the toy and withered animatronics, behind the scenes with the YouTubers who visited the set of the film, as well as brand new looks at the cast and crew that changes everything we thought we knew about this movie. So if you're excited for FNaF 2 releasing in only about 2.5 weeks time, scroll down, tickle that subscribe button. You do not want to miss out on the videos we've got coming up this week. The FNaF 2 Popeyes collab drops tomorrow, and there will be a video tasting that. But before we hop into all the movie news, we have a bit more of general FNaF news to talk about. First up, we got the table of contents for the Ultimate Guide version 2.0. This comes out on the 2nd of December, right before FNaF 2, actually. And this adds 100 new pages exploring Tales from the Pizzaplex, Security Breach, Into the Pit, Fazbear Fright, Secret of the Mimic, and so much more. We have the Youtooz X Living Tombstone X 5 Nights at Freddy's plushies available now. These plushies are extremely limited, out for only 4 weeks time, so if you want to pick them up, I'd suggest getting them now. And then also for plushies, we've got Sanshee releasing 3 brand new character plushies of the Sun, Moon, and Vanny from Security Breach. And honestly, I think these guys look great. I'd love to know what your thoughts on the brand new Sanshee plushies. And speaking of Vanny plushies, Hex is coming out with their own Vanny plush, who we just got a much better look at thanks to Dawko's charity stream yesterday. And we also got a brand new keychain of Glitchtrap revealed. Looks like you got Glitchtrap on one side, flip the keychain around, you got the Mimic on the other side. I saw a lot of theorists losing their minds at that, so I'd love to know what your thoughts on the brand new Hex merchandise. And then also, next month in December, looks like we're getting brand new FNaF 2 movie shirts from Hex, featuring the main characters, Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, Mangle the Puppet, and the Wizards. And these shirts look so good, man. The art was done by Reslin. Such an incredibly talented artist. I've seen a lot of fans absolutely adore these shirts. I'd love to know which FNaF 2 character here is your favorite, and that brings us nicely to the movie news. First up, we got the official reveal of the individual character posters featuring the toy animatronics. FNaF fans spotted these around Universal Hollywood, and now they've been officially released. And we've also gotten brand new merchandise from Epic Theaters, which gives us a much better look at the Jack-in-the-Box Freddy popcorn bucket, as well as the arcade drink bottle themed around the Cupcake Bonanza from Help Wanted 2. So just a whole bunch of FNaF 2 theater merchandise and popcorn buckets. I'm super pumped because my Faz Talker comes in tomorrow. I'll absolutely make a short on that because it's just so cool. It talks, it has a text display. And now moving on to some brand new TV spots for FNaF. We got brand new footage. Not a whole lot, but like we got a brand new look at William in the hallway during the flashback. An extended shot of Mike saying, "Oh no," in the security office, where we can see he has decapitated Balloon Boy. We can see his head in a different shot from the trailer. I saw a lot of people saying, oh, that's probably just a prop, or oh, maybe that's JJ. But no, Balloon Boy actually gets decapitated in this movie. That's gonna be crazy. And now let's move on to some brand new official looks at the movie that we got revealed to us. First up is from Collider. It's another shot of Vanessa, Abby, and Mike looking scared in their house. Seems like this is once again that scene of the animatronics breaking into the house that we've seen quite a few times in the trailers now. Though with this image, we did also get a brand new synopsis for the movie from Collider. Set 1 year after the supernatural events of the first film, FNaF 2 finds the survivors struggling to move on. In their small town, the story of Freddys has already warped into a campfire tale, inspiring the first ever Faz Fest, a kitsy local celebration that proves some legends should stay buried. Mike and Vanessa have done everything to protect Abby from the truth about her animatronic friends, but when she sneaks out to find them, her decision reignites horrors that were never meant to be unearthed. So not a whole lot of new info from this new synopsis. It's pretty much stuff we've already known. The events of the first film have inspired Faz Fest, this kind of local legend, the celebration of Freddy's. Mike and Vanessa have kind of hid everything from Abby, the truth about her friends, but Abby gets in contact with them, sneaks out, which then leads her to the original Freddy's. We also got a brand new look at Vanessa holding the Faz Talker, so it seems like Abby's not the only character that's going to be using the Faz Talker to communicate with the spirits. I've seen a lot of fans point out her expression here, very scared. Maybe she realizes what this device is. Maybe she recognizes it, realizes, oh, Abby's communicating with these spirits. Especially maybe communicating with the puppet. That's something we're going to touch upon later on in the video, Vanessa and the puppet. And then also, thanks to a French magazine, we got this brand new look at Willie Mafton. Played, of course, by Matthew Lillard. It looks like he's inside of his workshop, so likely during a flashback when he's constructing all of the animatronics. Something we saw a lot of of in that second full-length trailer with all the blueprints, schematics, and the work-in-progress spring Bonnie suit. Alright, so now let's move on to everything revealed on Dawko's charity stream. Starting off, we got brand new looks at some of the props used in the film. First up is the Balloon Boy prop that we see inside of the pizzeria. This guy looks creepy. Looks like he's got some mechanism inside of his mouth, probably for inflating balloons actually. And then we also got a look at one of the puppet props that we see inside of the log ride in the pizzeria. One of these was actually given away to a fan on the charity stream, so if you were the lucky winner of that, mad congratulations. And now next up, we actually got behind the scenes images of their behind the scenes vlogs to the set of FNaF 2 where they got to interact with the toys and the wizards. First up is a selfie of Dawko with Toy Bonnie. Dawko revealed that the toys weren't fully finished when they got to visit the set, so it sounds like a lot of the interactions with the toys will just be with their parts. But he did say that with the wizards, they met the full-scale robots. Also in the background of this image, a lot of fans pointed out this measuring sheet. Seems like a height or size comparison between all the animatronics. You got Toy Freddy, who's the biggest, followed by Toy Bonnie, and then Toy Chica. And then they also have the FNaF 1 animatronics and Abby for reference as well. The second image is Dawko with all of the puppet props from the log ride. Dawko has quite literally become the puppet master here. And then we got 4 pictures, each with one of the withered animatronics. And these guys just look so creepy, man. Every single one of them just looks so good. I'm so unbelievably excited to see these guys in action. Not only on the big screen, but also see all the YouTubers interact with them in their vlogs, which Dawko did say would be coming out either this weekend or next weekend before the movie. We also had Raz release a few pictures of his own. Also with the wizards, we got a really good look at Foxy and Freddy here. But now moving on to the really juicy reveals of the charity stream, brand new behind the scenes images from Scott. The first one here is a scene that we've kind of already seen before. It's Abby riding her bike. She does have the fast talker on her. This is a scene that we've seen in the trailer, where the fast talker is luring her out to the original Freddy's location. Not much to talk about. Fans did spot what appears to be maybe a subtle reference to Chica's Magic Rainbow again, because Abby has a rainbow sticker on her helmet. The next image I want to talk about is this flashback scene of William Afton, because once again, this seems like another scene that we've kind of seen the lead up towards. In the second full-length trailer, we see William grab a knife from a knife block, and it seems like this is the follow-up to that scene in the trailer, where during this flashback, he grabs a knife and presumably threatens Vanessa. Absolutely terrible thing to do, grab a knife and then threaten your own daughter. But also at the same time, I'm super pumped to see the flashbacks with young Vanessa, with William, what it was like growing up around him. Super nice that we're going to get proper backstory with that family dynamic, and it looks like it's going to be a very traumatic story. Next up, we got a brand new look at Toy Bonnie inside of someone's house. Once again, this is another scene that we've seen a little bit of in the trailer. Bonnie breaking into someone's house, wielding a weapon, going after them, attacking them. It looks like this shot is from the perspective of the homeowners. So they see Bonnie coming after them with this utensil. Interesting though that he doesn't have the red eyes here, because in the trailer scene, he does have the red eyes when he's inside the house. I have seen a few people say they're not a big fan of this image just because of the camera angle and the perspective. Personally, I think it looks fine, but I can also understand where people are coming from. It does look a little bit off. I'm just more so still curious as to why the animatronics are breaking into people's houses. But now we move on to the final 2 images, which are the craziest in my opinion. First up, we got a behind the scenes image of the crew. You know, you may recognize Emma Tammy here, but at first glance, it doesn't seem like this image is all too crazy until we really zoom in on Emma's face. Crank up the brightness a little bit. Mama, a girl behind you. What the hell's going on there? Yet another teaser from this movie that has a really creepy face in the background. Not too long ago, over on Scott's Twitter account, he released new images of the movie, one of which also had Emma directing. And on the screen, if you brightened up the image, there was a creepy face that looked a lot like the puppet here. So we had that image, and then we also have this one, which again, seems to be another figure that resembles the puppet, with the glowing white eye, the tear streak down the mask. What the heck are these things, man? I've seen a lot of people speculate maybe it's the puppet overtaking someone's body, like possessing their body, turning them into a puppet, which I really like. That sounds super creepy. And from these images, it does look like it would be super creepy. Victims to the puppet maybe been turned into these puppet-like entities. But I'd love to know, what are your thoughts and theories on this weird, strange, creepy puppet character? And then speaking of the puppet, let's move on now to the final teaser, which as you can see is a flashback with Charlie and none other than young Vanessa, which confirms that Vanessa and and Charlie were friends during childhood, which would maybe explain Vanessa's scared expression when she realizes that when she's holding the fast talker, she's talking to her childhood best friend who was killed by her dad. Why, in the trailers, every shot we've seen of the puppet has been with Vanessa because they know each other, or at least they knew each other back when they were kids. They were friends because of course they were friends, right? Vanessa is the daughter of William, one of the creators of Freddys, and Charlie is the daughter of Henry, one of the creators of Freddys, business partners. Of course, their kids would also be friends and have connections. So in this teaser, we see Vanessa, what appears to be stopping Charlie from doing something, going somewhere. I think she sees something in that scene, then wants to go investigate whatever it is. I'm guessing it's probably William. She probably sees Spring Bonnie luring someone to the backside of the pizzeria. She's confused or scared, wants to go investigate what's going on. But Vanessa, knowing what her dad is like, because she's had such a traumatic childhood with him at the house, she probably knows what he gets up to at work, kills kids. In this scene, she's trying to stop Charlie from going to investigate William because she'll likely die as well, and it turns out that she does. So just an absolutely crazy image. Finally get confirmation that Vanessa and Charlie were friends during childhood. Vanessa tried to stop Charlie from going to investigate William, likely eventually leading to her death anyway. And that's why we see the puppet with Vanessa so much in the trailers. That's why Vanessa, when she gets the fast talker and talks to probably the puppet, is so scared and worried. She's talking to her childhood best friend who was killed by her dad. So I'd love to know your thoughts and theories on this final image here. I think the implications of this image are massive. And that's gonna do it for this FNaF movie news video. I know it's probably a pretty long one. There was a lot to talk about. Stay tuned this week and next week on the channel. I got a lot of theory videos on this movie coming out. And of course, I'll see you all on December 5th for the film's release. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all on the flip side. Goodbye.